Hello everybody and welcome back to Fable 2. Last video I went over all of the things that I had done after we came to Bloodstone. I showed you around and my levels up and I went and visited my family and things like that. So now I'm going to take care of a couple of quests, going to work on getting some renown so that I can actually talk to Reaver. And I'm in Bloodstone right now, and one of the quests I'm going to do, I have no idea why this gets you 4,000 renown, because it is quite possibly one of the easiest quests in the game. The entire game, really. This is a quest called T.O.B.Y. The Temple of Benevolent Yokels needs your help. Which is interesting, because didn't Barnum mention something about T.O.B.Y. and it something being the trading? Something about this just seems kind of fishy to me, because I'm fairly certain that Barnum mentioned something, and the T.O.B.Y. that I'm thinking of is completely different, but we're gonna go see this guild of benevolent yokelers, whatever that means. I don't know why it was also pointing me to the ship captain, because it's actually in this house here. And as you can see, you can actually talk to T.O.B.Y. himself. I didn't know there was a guild or a whole organization named after a guy, but I guess he's here.
We could use some help too.
You speak the truth.
So anyways, I'm going to just skip past their chatter, and I'm going to let T.O.B.Y. talk. He's just basically going to go over what it is that he's going to do for this town.
You are not a native Bloodstoner.
He wants to apparently transform Bloodstone into a peaceful place.
What a corrupt and sinful place it is.
So maybe this guy's a good guy.
T.O.B.Y.
I mean, this place does seem pretty corrupt and, you know, seems like it does need a little bit of help.
Turn this town into as peaceful and rustic a land as Bloodstone or Oakfield. Perhaps you feel at home in this lair of wickedness, but
I don't really think he says anything that's too interesting, though. So, he's gonna get us to do a variety of tasks for him.
Temple of Business and Yodeling?
Once he's done speaking, of course.
T.O.B.Y. blesses you, my friend. I will tell you of the grave conspiracy that has sunk Bloodstone into the anarchic pit it finds itself in today. But not before you recover.
And apparently we have to recover holy pieces to cleanse the town, and then he'll tell us why Bloodstone is the way that it is.
Above the tattoo parlor, I could smell its deliciously sacred juices.
So, alright.
Now go.
Each time you visit T.O.B.Y., he is going to give you a quest. It's kind of like fetch quests. He'll ask you to go and grab something, and he'll tell you their location, which doesn't really matter anyways, because you can just follow the golden trail, but you do have to go to him each time you collect an item to get the location of the new item so that the golden trail can register where it is you're supposed to go. He says the first item is down by the tattoo parlor, so we'll want to go into this house, and we need to search the place and look for this mutton of eternal hope, I think he said, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a big old slab of meat. And it's right here. A succulent piece of meat. And I'm going to get hungry. Alright, so you get bad points for this because obviously you're stealing. And as I mentioned in the last video, Bloodstone has no law. It's got no guards. If you commit a crime, you will not be fined for it. Most likely the townspeople are just going to come after you and try to shoot you or attack you. So you might get more bad points as well if you actually kill somebody. And I don't know where T.O.B.Y. is. Is he right here? Yes, here he is. Let's go ahead and give him this apparently quote-unquote holy piece of mutton.
The mutton of eternal hope. You are a deserving member of T.O.B.Y.
I don't really know what a piece of meat has to do with sacred rites of passage, but what do I know?
Forget about Reaver. Bloodstone is ruled by a secret organization known as the Silver Serpent. I will tell you more soon, But first,
And next
you
we
must
need
recover the second of
wine.
the stolen holy ritual pieces. It
If
is the
anything,
wine of forgiveness.
wine is
I
not
sense it is
holy,
hidden in a
as
nearby
far as I
house.
know.
I see 2 barrels and a cart outside. Turn left when you leave and go up the street.
Okay, so we need to go and get the wine of forgiveness. I guess hope and forgiveness. Although the items he's asking us to grab are a little strange. So we need to go rob another house. All for the sake of Toby. I'm gonna go ahead and just bust in here. And I need to steal some wine. I think it's in the same place every single time. I think these are all set locations. But maybe not. Because last time I found the wine, or the meat, excuse me. I found the meat in the same place that I found it in. But the wine was actually downstairs in that first place that I had checked, and it's not there now. So, here it is, the wine of forgiveness. A seemingly normal, if very expensive, bottle of wine. And as you can see, now they're trying to shoot me because I'm robbing their house. But all I have to do is just shoot them, and one hit and they're dead, and that woman's clapping for me. So, see what I mean with this place being a little messed up. Alright, Toby. Here is your eternal wine of forgiveness.
Soon I will be able to perform the ritual and destroy the Silver Serpent gang, thus paving the way for our benevolent.
And this is the first time I've
local
ever heard of this gang before.
Like the other holy
The Silver
pieces,
Serpent gang.
The next item appears to be a mundane object, yet has remarkable power. It is the sacred pie of kindness.
Pie of
I sense
kindness.
It is being kept in a house next to the boathouse.
This
Just
gets
let your
fishier and
mind find
fishier
it.
with every single item that he asks us to grab. I'm starting to think that he's just hungry or something and doesn't want to get his hands dirty and steal all this food. So he's making us do it. But luckily, everything is super close by. Like, you don't have to go very far to get any of this stuff. And I do want to make a correction because I got the wine and the pie mixed up. The pie will always be, or at least for me, it was always in the same place. The wine was always in the same place, and the piece of meat was always in the same place. And this is apparently an ordinary but amazingly delicious blueberry pie. I don't know that it has any sort of sacred power, but I guess we'll bring it back to Toby and we'll see what he says about it. It's a good thing I'm very malevolent, because this is taking a little bit of a toll on my moral standing. Okay, so let's give Toby the pie.
Ah, yes. Thank you. A million times. Thank you.
And apparently by
Cleaning
bringing
up
him
this
all these
city
food items,
after all.
I'm taking care of this
Before we
gang,
gather
and
the final
man,
items for the
he's either
ritual
a really good
cleansing,
liar
I
or
have
these
an
items are
important
super
mission for you.
sacred.
One that will begin the purge at once. It has come to my attention that certain poor people are forced to walk the streets, selling their flesh in the most sinful way. Bring me one.
He's going
such
to
lost
quote-unquote
soul that I
show
may
her the
Lord.
error of her ways, quote-unquote. Well, that just sounds like you want me to pay for your hooker, which is just fantastic. Good thing I have a lot of money. So, now you have to bring him a prostitute, which is just great. Well, hopefully, if he's actually telling the truth, he'll just sit her down, have a nice long talk about how what she's doing is wrong and how she shouldn't sell her body. And her mind will be totally changed. She just won't know what to say. Like, all her daddy issues will just be totally covered up, and she'll just go back to school or something. Well, I think I've impressed her enough. I'm gonna see if I can lure her in somehow. Maybe I'll just get her to follow me, and I'll bring her to Toby. I don't see why he couldn't just walk down the street. I mean, she's sitting right there. Okay, well, here's your poor street-walking girl that is forced to work.
Yes. Very good. Very good. This poor woman needs my full attention. Now, if you'll just leave us alone, I'll call you when you're needed again.
And now he's gonna sit down and have a long, hard chat with her. Which is totally not suspicious at all. And apparently, your hero has also figured out that something's not right about this T.O.B.Y guy, so we need to figure out what exactly he's up to.
So, you're Toby's latest patsy, are
And
you?
luckily, all we have to do is just walk down the street.
Swine always gets an outsider to do his dirty
And this
business.
poor
He
guy,
doesn't
Phil,
stand
has
a
been
scab.
swindled by T.O.B.Y.
What was it this time? The temple thing again? Yeah. I bet he reeled you in by talking to some fake brother or sister about how to clean up this town.
Ah, we've been duped by a swindler.
Swindler? Scare him out of town.
Well, I think it was fairly obvious what he was doing, but I like to be sarcastic / dumb
Got no guards to worry about.
as to not ruin a quest. But now we're gonna go and we're gonna interrupt his fun times with that lady of interesting background. So open up the door. I know what you've done. You need to come out and you need to answer to what you made me do. I had to steal, and I had to proposition a prostitute, and I had to do all sorts of other things I didn't want to do.
Look, I said... Oh,
Guy probably just like ran downstairs, was just like putting on his pants, and then he like sees me and is just scared to death. Like, oh god, he knows. At this point, what you can do is you can scare T.O.B.Y or you can kill him. Obviously, because I'm good, I'm gonna try and just scare the living daylights out of him. I mean, I'm absolutely huge. I would be scared if my hero came walking up to me and tried to scare the living life out of me. This is also a good opportunity to show off some of my evil / bad expressions, because I don't really do that often because I have good renown and good moral standing. But you actually have a whole thing of scary, and you can actually go through and you can get a lot of the expressions. I'm not bad enough, so I'm missing quite a few of them. But that did it. Just a couple things and he's gone. So that really doesn't take very long. And yeah, like I said, that's a super easy quest. You get 4,000 renown for it, which is really, really awesome. He leaves, and you really won't have to hear from him ever again. You also get a trophy for it if you want to put the trophy in your house, or you want to show the trophy off to get more renown, you can do that as well. And we were able to get more renown as well. Whoa, I'm getting ambushed. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, I need some more renown to actually impress him, but we're slowly on our way here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get some skill experience because that's what I need to get. Every once in a while, these assassins will come up to you and they will try and assassinate you. I think I've actually had a couple of them try to kill me already, and each time that they try to assassinate you, you'll get a little bit of a sketch. And I think I've kept all the sketches because I was going to show that off later. If I go into my books and my documents. I might not actually have it, but you can go through and you'll get these sketches and it will create a map. And if I actually did sell these fragments, which apparently I did because I probably wasn't paying attention, you can actually buy them back, which isn't too big of a deal to do. I just have to find out which bookstore I sold it to. So if I get enough people trying to assassinate me, hopefully I'll be able to actually find out another new location where who's trying to kill me. But anywho, with all those assassins dead and that quest out of the way, that's just one more step in our quest to finding Reaver. Next time we're going to try and find some more quests to do, which hopefully will go well. So thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you next time.